Good morning. I'm Steve Wolf, Wholesale Marketing Associate at Sprague.
And I'm Emily Beckett, Digital Marketing Specialist at Sprague.
Welcome to Sprague's Refined Products Review, where we share what's moving the market and the insights we see every day. For our April feature, we wanted to talk about the history of our company. Sprague has been around for over 150 years now, and we've played a role in some key events in history. So let's dive in.
Our story begins in 1870 when Charles Hill Sprague founded the Charles H. Sprague Company to meet New England's growing demand for energy. In those early days, we sold whale oil and coal, which were the standard in heating and energy at the time.
As America grew, so did Sprague. To widen our reach, we operated the vessel Thomas W. Lawson, which was built in 1902 in the Fore River Shipyard in Quincy, Massachusetts. Lawson was the only 7-mast schooner, making it the largest schooner ever and the largest sail-only vessel, meaning it had no engines. In 1905, we opened the Penobscot Coal and Wharf Company in Searsport, Maine, where we began to lay the groundwork for terminal operations and waterfront logistics that we still operate with today.
In the early 1900s, we also founded the Sprague Steamship Company to carry millions of tons of coal across the Atlantic, supporting America's European allies through 2 world wars. Sprague was selected by the U.S. government to manage these wartime coal shipments. It wasn't easy or safe, and sometimes it was costly. In May of 1945, our vessel, the SS Black Point, was sunk off Rhode Island just 36 hours before Germany's surrender, while hauling coal to keep power flowing in New England. We honor that crew and their courage and commitment to this crucial wartime task.
After the war, energy shifted, and so did Sprague. Residual fuel oil became a backbone of energy. We built our first industrial oil terminal beside our Portsmouth coal facility and expanded into distillate oils by 1959. In the late 1970s, we briefly forayed into refining with a small topping refinery in Newington, New Hampshire, and we owned a similar plant in Wilmington, North Carolina, on the Cape Fear River.
By the early 1980s, we were once again handling coal for large industrial customers while scaling our terminal network and building out the multimodal logistics, marine, rail, barge, and truck, that still anchor our winter reliability today. We also began expanding into commercial, wholesale, and natural gas markets.
In the late 80s and 90s, we began to leverage unused terminal space, particularly in former coal terminals, for materials handling, allowing customers to access bulk waterborne logistics and infrastructure without investing in those resources themselves. Materials handling continues to be an important part of our business today. We handle, store, and transport all manner of dry, liquid, and break bulk materials. In 1999, we moved our headquarters from Boston to Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
Around that same time, our team began laying the groundwork for ultra-low sulfur diesel, years before it was required. By 2000, Sprague was supplying ULSD to the New York City Transit Authority, proving that cleaner fuel could work at scale without waiting on a mandate. We continue to lead the pack in clean fuel initiatives and innovation in that area.
That early move mattered when tragedy struck. After 9/11, Sprague set up emergency fueling near Ground Zero, keeping response crews, the NYPD, and critical services moving. We supported emergency power to help the commodities exchange reopen, and in long months that followed, the reconstruction effort drew on cleaner diesel practices made possible by Sprague's early adoption of ULSD.
A decade later, Hurricane Sandy brought the region's most severe fuel crisis in memory. Terminals were damaged, retail sites were down, and cities and people needed fuel fast. Sprague coordinated with the New York City Fleet, the National Guard, FEMA, and private retailers and set up a fuel-sharing operation that kept ambulances, utilities, and essential services on the road.
Through the 2000s and 2010s, we kept building. We took our expertise to new markets and new products, becoming one of the first in the Northeast to offer biodiesel, launching our online buying platform, Sprague Realtime, expanding materials handling for industrial-scale wind components and pipeline, and growing our natural gas capabilities across the region. In 2013, we completed our IPO, Sprague Resources LP, which helped us accelerate acquisitions including Castle Oil in the Bronx and the remainder of Kildare in Canada, broadening our footprint.
We also invested in the future of our operations. In 2018, we installed the nation's first solar panels on an oil storage tank in Portland, Maine, and later expanded to other locations. Those solar tanks cut our operating costs and emissions.
In 2022, we returned to private ownership through our acquisition by Hartree Partners. giving us even more opportunities to invest in infrastructure and new energy solutions. And true to our history, we still lead the pack in many ways. In 2023, we began supplying renewable diesel at our Bronx terminal. In 2024, with partners, we helped open New York City's first retail station dispensing renewable diesel. ULSD was the first step, in cleaner combustion, and renewable diesel is the next step, offering a lower emission drop-in solution that has immediate impact on the environment.
But when winter hits, and if this winter has taught us anything, it's that winter can hit hard. Our customers and their customers need reliable fuel, and they need it available when and where they're expecting it. Winter 25-26 brought sustained low temperatures we hadn't seen in years, from offering custom kerosene blends for our Road Force premium diesel at select terminals, to stepping in where other forms of energy fell down to keep power plants across the region running. Our varied and deep expertise proved critical to ensuring the Northeast stayed warm and mobile these last few months. That is the expertise we built in our coal and whale oil days, and it's still the basis of our reliability across every fuel we supply today.
Across 150 years, our work has been defined by moments. From the earliest coal cargoes to wartime convoys and emergency fueling after tragedies, those moments taught us how to remain reliable, even in the most challenging and unstable circumstances. It drives us to innovate and adapt.
The way we heat our homes and power our vehicles has changed over the years, and it will continue to change in the decades to come. But as long as the need is there, Sprague will be there too. When energy systems are strained, when gas constraints push demand to liquids, when logistics tighten, Sprague's experience is the difference between hoping the system holds and knowing it will.
Sprague is the sum of its people: mechanics, drivers, dispatchers, terminal operators, schedulers, traders, and the countless people who work around the clock to keep the Northeast warm and mobile.
Everything we accomplish because of the incredible work performed by every team at Sprague. Thank you to every Sprague employee who helps keep the lights on for us and for many.
Well, this has been a great look back at Sprague's history. Thanks so much for joining me today, Emily.
Thanks, Steve. And thank you for joining us. We'll be back on Wednesday with another Refined Products review. Refine your insight.
Fuel your success. And the countless people who work tirelessly to keep and the countless people who work I'm not going to be able to say this one. And the countless people who work around the clock to keep the Northeast warm and mobile.